At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. Now, please enjoy the rest of the game.
Number 23, Justice Bell.
All right, Wayne County sports fans, we're ready for the second game here of the evening. The starting lineups being announced for the Wildcats. Your starting lineup going to be number 3, Cooper Shamer. Number 5, Will Robertson. Number 10, Logan Davis. Number 11, 20, Sadler Skelton. Number 23, Justice Bell. For the Lady Cats, obviously coming out on top for the girls tonight with a 69-36 win over the Lady Panthers. Now the Wildcats and the Panthers, the boys game, getting ready to get started here. Number 20, Sadler Skelton standing in the midcourt, ready to take the tip for the Wildcats. And for the Panthers, it's going to be number 22. It's going to be Camden Eason. The officials giving their final instructions. We're now getting set. We're ready. Here's the whistle, and here is the tip. Ball goes up, tip controlled by the Wildcats. Ball goes to Justice Bell, who then powers inside. He goes right hard to the basket, but a little too strong, and the Panthers coming down with the rebound. Ball being brought back up the floor. Swung over to number 15, Harrelson, who throws up a three-point shot, and James Harrelson knocks down his first three-pointer of the game to open up the scoring for the Riverside Panthers. Logan Davis coming out running the point for the Wildcats. He's going to set the ball up at the top, passes the ball over to Bell, back out to Davis, who passes the ball inside. He gets it down to Cooper Shamer, and they're going to get it inside, back out to Cooper. Cooper puts up a two-point shot, comes up a little short. Harrelson with the rebound, and he's going to clear it out for the Panthers. He's going to bring it back up the floor, and so he's going to settle in the offense here for the Panthers. Swings the ball over to number 3. That's Timothy Harrelson. I guess those two guys are brothers. Kicks the ball out, looking for number 23. They get the ball packed, and the Wildcats get out there. Sadler Skelton getting the hand on the ball to avoid the backcourt violation for the Panthers. Ball inside to 22. That's going to be Camden Eason. He's going to bring the ball, and that's a fadeaway jumper as the Panthers going to jump out to an early 5-0 advantage. Three-point shot thrown up by Logan Davis, but he misses the shot, and then the rebound brought back inside, and we're going to have the possession by Shamer on the inside. He's going to get fouled by number 23. That first foul going against Landon Swindle, is going to get the first foul of the night. So that's going to send Shamer to the line for 2 shots. He's going to miss the front end of those 2. As the ball rattles off the front of the rim, he throws up the second shot, and the second shot does go through. So the scoring for the Cats opened up now for the boys, and so now the Panthers bring the ball back up the floor. Ball swung over to number 23, Swindle. He gets the ball back out to Lunsfield, who again finds Swindle on the elbow. He kicks the ball out to Harrelson, number 3, out at the top. He brings it back inside, takes a little stutter step, puts up a shot. It bounces off and in for the Panthers. Panthers extend their lead now 7-1 against the Wildcats. So far, the Wildcats having a hard time getting anything to fall here in this first quarter, but we're early in the ball game. Ball over to Justice Bell. Justice throws up a three-point shot, and it bounces off the iron, but the rebound taken by Skelton. Skelton getting caught in a jump ball situation, and the possession error going back to the Panthers, and so that's going to give the Panthers possession. Lunsfield brings the ball back up the court for the Panthers, leading 7-1 against the Cats here in the first quarter of action. He swings the ball over, and the ball swung back to Lunsford. He kicks out to Swindle, who throws up a three-point shot. He misses. Justice Bell with the rebound. He brings the ball back up the floor. He stops, pulls up, and shoots one jumper, and that fadeaway jumper falls for Justice Bell. So Bell with that 2-point basket is going to cut the lead down to a 4-point advantage. And so now the Wildcats setting up to play defense. The Cats are in a man-to-man defense here against the Panthers early. Lunsfeld with the ball. He brings the ball around. He's looking for somebody to give it up to. And he finds 23. That's Swindle on the outside. That's Harrelson on the outside. And he's going to take a couple 2 steps too many. And that's going to turn the ball over. So the Cats are going to take possession right there on their end of the floor. Ball inbounded to Justice Bell. Bell brings the ball up the floor. Wildcats trailing by 4 here early in this contest. Plenty of time left here, though. A lot of time left to play. Plenty of time to chip away at that lead. Ball passed over to Skelton, back out to Will Robertson, who kicks the ball back to Justice Bell. Bell puts up a three, a little strong off the iron. Skelton in position for the rebound and the putback. And so Skelton with a 2-point basket is going to bring the Skelton with 2 points is going to cut that deficit down to 2. And now a turnover on the other end of the floor. Logan Davis brings the ball up. He's going to settle down, give the ball up to Shamer. Shamer's going to find Robertson on the corner. Kicks the ball back out to the top to Bell, who's going to kick the ball over to Robertson. Robertson brings the ball around. He gives the ball up to Shamer. Back over to Davis. Davis back out to Bell. Back over to Davis. Bell with the shot in the corner. And that three-pointer off the glass. That's 3 for Bell. That's going to give him 5 on the night, and that's going to give the Cats their first lead of the game as they bring the lead out to 8-7 here, cutting through the deficit. They were down by 6, and now they come back to a 1-point advantage. Ball swings over to number 14, who takes the shot. That shot goes strong, hard against the glass, and then the ball goes out of bounds off of a Panther, and so that's going to give the ball back to the Cats here. 3:39 to play here in the first quarter of action. Cats lead 8-7. Davis running the point for the Cats. He's bringing the ball back up the floor. He finds Bell on the left side, and Bell looks like he's trying to set up the offense. He swings the ball out to Skelton on the elbow. Swing the ball back around to Bell, inside to Shamer. Shamer goes up strong. He misses, but Skelton there for the rebound. He tries to get the putback, but it bounces off the rim, falls, and then Shamer with a great steal there on the inside. He gives the ball up to Skelton, and Skelton takes it inside for another strong basket. That's going to extend the lead 10-7 for the Wildcats. The Wildcats on a 9-0 run here at this point in time of the game. They were down 7-1, and now they lead 10-7. Ball on the other end, giving it up to Swindle. Swindle slices the defense and goes inside. He carries it in, and he gets that 2-point basket to fall. So now that's going to end the run for the Cats at 9-2. The Panthers cutting the lead back down to 1 point. Bell taking a shot from deep on the outside there from the 3-point line, just a little strong with it, and the rebound brought down by Swindle. He clears it back out, and the Panthers bring the ball back up the floor. Ball switches over to Harrelson, who tries to take it inside. He dribbles, he stops. Great defense by the Cats. Kicks the ball back up to Swindle, back over to Harrelson, who takes the 3-point shot off the elbow. He misses, and Cooper Shamer gets the rebound. He brings it back down. He's bringing it all the way back up the floor, but that shot blocked by Landon Swindle on the other end. That's a lot of guy right there to try to shoot over on that far end of the floor. Wildcats lead 10-9, but the Panthers had the ball, bringing it back up the floor. They're going to let Lunsfield take the shot out there on the outside. He misses the shot, and then on the clear out there, we're going to stop and see what the call is here. I'm not sure. They're going to call that against number 23, Swindle, and that's going to be his second foul of the game, on Swindle. So 2 fouls against Riverside tonight, both of them going against Swindle at this point, and it looks like he's going to come out of the game, and he's going to be replaced by number 11. That's going to be Potts coming into the game for the Panthers. Wildcats bring the ball back up the floor. Bell with the ball on the left-hand side. He kicks it back out to Davis. Back over to Bell. Bell kicks it back over to Davis, who swings around and finds Will Robertson, who slices back inside, gives the ball back to Sadler Skelton, and Skelton with another 2-point basket on the inside. So we got a 12-9 game here with the clock winding down, just over a minute to play here in the first quarter of action. Panthers had the ball. They give the ball up to Harrelson. Harrelson takes another 2-point shot, and he drops that teardrop right off of the glass. So we got a 1-point game, 12-11, the Wildcats lead. Good pass there. What a hustle. They tried to get the steal. Spin the ball back out to Davis, who's able to grab the ball, get control. He passes over to Justice Bell, back out to Davis, back out to Robertson again on the left-hand side. Davis again with the ball. and it looks like he's going to have control. The Wildcats trying to slow this thing down a little bit. Back inside to Sailor Skelton, who takes the shot. It bounces off the iron. He kicks it back out to Davis. Davis brings it inside. He drives the lane, throws up a shot, misses, and the Panthers are going to clear it out on the other end. They're going to bring it back, and then they're going to throw it away. So the ball's going to get turned over there. Number 33, Case Butler with the steal. That's a great hustle right there by that freshman getting in there to make the steal. Butler, Bell with the ball. He's going to pass it around to Robertson. We've got 3 seconds left here in the quarter. We got to get a shot off. Back to Davis. Davis fires from deep. Did he get it off? Does not matter as the ball falls harmlessly to the floor. So at the end of the first quarter, Wildcats lead 12-11. We'll be back with second quarter action right here on WCHS Sports.
At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back, WCHS Sport fans. We are here, start of the second quarter of action. Your Wildcats are going to have possession here to begin the second quarter, leading 12-11. Sailor Skelton leading the scoring there in the first quarter. He's got 6 of the 12 points for the Wildcats here early in the game. Davis and Robertson playing a little catch back and forth on the outside. They finally get Justice Bell back involved. Bell on the outside. He swings the ball back over to Davis, back out to Robertson at the top. Davis has the ball. He passes back out to Robertson at the top, who passes inside to Skelton. Skelton goes up. I don't know if somebody got a hand on it or what, but that one looked a little weird going off the iron there as it drops for no score. And so the Panthers bring the ball back up the floor. The start of the quarter, reminder, basketball fans, new rule this year, the fouls do reset at the beginning of each quarter. So no fouls for either team at this point. And if either team does get to 5 fouls, they immediately go to a 2-shot bonus according to the new basketball rules for this year. Justice Bell with the ball for the Wildcats back out of the top. He passes over to Robertson. Robertson dribbles, brings it around. He finds Davis on the left-hand side, who immediately passes back to Robertson on the outside. Robertson comes in, is caught with a double team. The Panthers setting up in a nice 2-3 zone here defensively on the defensive end of the floor. The Panthers try to get a possession, but fortunately he throws the ball, or fortunately for us rather, he throws the ball right back to Justice Bell, and Justice Bell knocks down his second three-pointer here of the game. That's going to give him 8 so far on the night. And so now the Panthers throw up a wild shot. It goes high off the glass. Ball back inside the number 11, Potts, who goes up. He's blocked from behind. The ball brought up by Robertson. He passes over to Bell. Bell once again with another look from the three-point line. And he's going to knock down the three from the outside. That's going to take us to a timeout for the Decatur County Panthers. First timeout here of the game. And with 6:16 left to play here in the first half, Wildcats lead 18-11. We'll be back right after this timeout here on WCHS Sports.
Rest of the game.
All right, Wildcat fans, we're back after that time out there. Decatur County taking their first time out of the game. 6:15 left to play here in the first half of action. Wildcats lead 18-11. Decatur County got off to an early start here. They got off to a 7-1 run, but the Wildcats able to cut it back down. And this time, Potts from the three-point line, and he's going to knock down his first three of the game. So Cutter Potts with his first three of the game, and his first points for the Panthers, going to cut it to a 4-point game. Skelton. They did. Yeah, the timeout went against Riverside, correct. Justice Bell with the ball. He's going to find Skelton inside. Skelton fighting in. They're triple teaming him. And I'm not sure why in the world surely you can find somebody open. But he's fighting inside to try to get the ball down and get something going for the Wildcats. Unfortunately, the ball goes over as the ball goes out of bounds off the Wildcats. So the Panthers now have possession. They bring the ball back up the floor. Number 11, Potts with the ball now. He's going to give the ball up to Camden Eason. Eason has the ball out at the top of the circle. He gives it to Harrelson. Harrelson immediately throws up a three-pointer, and that's going to be another 3-point for James Harrelson. And now all of a sudden, Riverside on a little bit of a run here. Back-to-back threes coming back down the floor. They've cut the lead down to 1 point. And so the Wildcats desperately need to get a basket here on this end and shut down this run. Taylor Skelton able to do just that. Skelton knocks down another 2-pointer inside, and so that's going to expand the lead back out for the Wildcats at the 3 points. Riverside brings the ball back up the floor. The ball goes over to Harrelson once again. Harrelson this time not pulling up from the outside. He's going to drive it. Looks like he got away with one there. I believe he shuffled those feet a little bit too much. The ball now going off of the Panthers. It's going to be Wildcat ball. 4:33 left to play here in the first half. Wildcats lead by 3. We have scored 20-17. Davis takes the inbound, and he's going to bring the ball back up the floor. You know, I think at this point in time, the Wildcats really need to find a way to do one or two things. They've either got to get the ball inside to Skelton, which is what they're doing now. Skelton taking the shot on the inside. Butler with the rebound. He goes up with the shot again. He misses the second time, but he collects the rebound once again. They get the ball back out to Shamer. Shamer thinks about taking a shot. He drives it, but they're going to say that he took one too many steps, and they're going to call a travel against Shamer. That's going to turn the ball over. The Wildcats offensively right now, they got two guys that are hot. Skelton inside or Bell from the three-point line. You got to get those two guys, get the ball into one of their hands at this point, I think, because they are right now dominating the scoring for the Wildcats tonight. The Panthers with the ball. If that was a travel on the other end, that one should have been a travel by 3. And the Panthers bringing inside. Case Butler playing some really stifling defense there. That freshman playing some strong defense, but then they're going to call him for the foul. That's going to be first foul of the game for the Wildcats. That's going to send number 22, Camden Eason, to the line for 2 shots. First shot for Eason is going to drop. And now London Vaughn checking in for the Panthers. That is our first foul of the game. Yes, that is our first foul of the game, John. We haven't had a foul yet until that point. Camden Eason knocks down both shots, and once again, we're back to a 1-point game. Davis with possession. He's going to take the inbound. He's going to bring it back up the floor. And it looks like the Panthers are now going to switch up and go to a man-to-man defense. That right there just Bell with the shot on the outside. They got him open. He got the look he was looking for. He took the shot, was a little strong off the iron. Butler with the rebound. He tried to put it back a little too strong. And so now the Panthers bring the ball back up the floor with possession. They have a chance now to take the shot and take the lead back from the Wildcats. Potts on the shot from the three-point line outside. He misses a little strong. Bell with the rebound. Bell's going to bring it back up the floor. He's going to slice the defense inside. And they're going to say that Bell committed a charge there. And so that shot, even though it would not have counted anyway, there was no, it didn't fall. But the shot is not going to count. Bell's going to pick up his first foul of the evening on that charging foul. 2:57 left to play here in the first half. We got a 20-19 ball game. Wildcats leading by 1 point. Panthers bring the ball back up the floor. The ball inside the number 14. We got a call here. Call away from the ball. We'll take a look and see what he's going to call here. And he's going to say that Justice Bell picking up his second foul with a pushing foul against the defense coming into the game for the Wildcats is going to be, I can't tell who that is, number 5, Robertson coming in. The shot by Harrelson is going to knock down a three-pointer. That's his third three-pointer of the game. That's going to put the Panthers back out in front by a score of 22-20. We're winding down inside of 2.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Davis brings the ball up. He's going to think about taking a shot there at the free throw line. Instead, he's going to pull up, and he's going to give the ball up. They give the ball back to Davis, and now Davis is going to try to reset the offense for the Wildcats. The Wildcats are in the corner. They get the ball into Skelton. Skelton immediately blanketed, and we've got a blocking foul. The basket by Shamer is good, and then we're going to get a blocking foul on top of that. So that's going to be an and one foul. That's going to send him to the line. Not only is Shamer going to get his first basket of the evening, he's going to go to the line for an and one. So he's going to get another shot here from the charity stripe to see if he can't give the Wildcats the lead back. We've been back and forth here in this first half, and that basket is good. So that's going to be 4 points for Shamer tonight, 2 on the floor, 2 from the line. And the Wildcats go back to a 23-22 advantage. Panthers bring the ball back up the floor. Lunsfield with the ball. He's looking for somebody to give it up to. He gets it inside to Swindle. Swindle misses the shot, and Justice Bell goes up for the rebound. Now Justice is going to try to bring the ball back up the floor. He gives the ball back up to Davis. Davis bringing the ball across the timeline, and now with 1:40 to play, Wildcats lead 23-20. Davis drives it inside. He's going to take the shot off the glass all the way, and that is going to be Davis with the 2-point basket. Going to make it 25-22, Wildcat advantage. We got 1.5 minutes left to play here in the first quarter of action, or first half of action, rather. Harrelson with the ball, being guarded by Davis. And they're going to you got to let him play at some point in time, ref. That right there, they're going to say that he fouled him out there, but I've seen defensive backs in the NFL get more contact than that and not get a call. That was on Davis. That was on Logan, rather. Logan picked up his foul there. So the ball going back out to Harrelson inside to Swindle. Swindle with the shot, completely a wild shot. No chance at that one at all whatsoever. And so Skelton with the rebound. He gives the ball up to Justice Bell, who brings it inside. He takes the shot, and he's going to be fouled on that shot. That's going to send him to the line. And that foul is going to go against number 15, Harrelson. That's going to be James Harrelson's going to pick up his first foul of the game. So we've got 4 fouls against the Wildcats, 2 fouls against the Panthers. Justice Bell goes to the line for 2, and he's going to knock down both of those shots. So that's going to extend the lead out to 5 for the Wildcats, 27-22. We've got 1 minute left to play here in the first half of action. Panthers bring the ball back up the floor. They get the ball over to number 14. Lunsfield with the ball. He takes the shot. The ball kind of wild off the iron, but Swindle comes in for the rebound. He gets the board, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Swindle. Ball is going to go back over to the Wildcats. 47.2 seconds left to play here in the game. Now we've got some officials who are having a conference, and they're going to say the ball goes back to the Panthers. The official there on the baseline made the call that it went out off of Riverside, and then the other official, who was nearly at half court, came in and said he saw something different, and they're going to turn that thing over. Potts with the ball for the Panthers. He gets it inside to Swindle, cuts it to Lunsfield. Lunsfield back out to Swindle. Skelton playing strong defense there. Swindle goes up. He comes back with it. No shot there. And Justice Bell with the rebound. He gets the ball to Shamer, who brings the ball back up the court, and he's going to knock down another shot. And so now that's going to extend the lead out to 7-point advantage for the Wildcats. We got 20 seconds to play here in the first half. The ball goes over to Potts. Potts going to take the 3, and he is going to knock down that 3 points for Cutter Potts. Now 9 seconds to play here. 29-25 the advantage. 5 seconds left to go. Davis with the ball. He's got to get something up. He takes the shot, turn it around, and it falls harmlessly off the front of the rim. And so that's going to bring us to the end of the first half. At the end of the first half, your score, Wayne County 29, Decatur County 25. We're going to take a short halftime break, and we'll be back for second half action right here on WCHS Sports.
This time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. Now, please enjoy the rest of the game.
All right, Wildcat fans, welcome back to WCHS Sports. Wildcats lead Riverside 29-25 here in the boys basketball game. Lady Cats already extended their season out to 3-0 record with a win earlier tonight, 69-36 against the Lady Panthers. Justice Bell, your leading scorer in the first half for the Wildcats. He had 3 3-pointers. Altogether added a couple more from the floor, so a total of 13 points for Justice. Sailor Skelton had 8 points in the first half. Logan Davis with 2, and Cooper Shamer had 4 points. For the Panthers, James Harrelson is the leading scorer, 10 points in the first half, followed by Cutter Potts with 6, and then Swindle, Eason, and Harrelson all had 2 points apiece. We're now at the start of the second half, and the Eagles. I'm already in Summertown next week. The Panthers with possession early, and so now coming to the floor, they're going to get early on a reaching foul against number 5 Robertson. Robertson's going to pick up his foul. Oh, they're going to say it was on Logan Davis. Davis is going to pick up his second foul of the night. Looked like it was a foul on the floor, but they're going to say it was a shooting foul, and so that's going to put number 3, Timothy Harrelson, to the line. He's going to knock down his first shot of the night off the free throw line. He's going to get that second shot. It goes up, and he's going to make that one as well. So lead for the Wildcats cut to 2 points here early in the third quarter. Davis brings the ball up the floor for the Wildcats. And the Panthers in a man-to-man defense against the Cats at this point. This is a great opportunity for them to find Schaefer on the outside. He's going to put up a 3-point shot. He's going to miss everything. And Wildcats try to save the ball, but the ball picked up by Swindle, and he's kicked back over to Harrelson. Harrelson bringing the ball up the floor for the Panthers. And so now he's going to take the ball back inside. He looks out and finds Potts out at the top of the key, who's then going to pass the ball over to James Harrelson, on the outside. He's going to take a 3-point shot, force it, miss it. Schaefer bringing the ball back up the floor, and he's going to take it all the way. Shamer knocking down another 2 points for Shamer, and that's going to give him 8 points so far on the night. So now the Panthers bring the ball back up the floor. Potts running the point for the Panthers. He's trying to get the ball to Harrelson. Harrelson takes it on the inside, and he puts up a 2-point shot. He's going to knock down another 2. And so we're back and forth here at the start of the third quarter, trading basket for basket early. Wildcats bring the ball back up the floor. Davis has the ball. He gives the ball over to Justice Bell. Bell with a 3-point shot. Nothing but net as he's going to knock that one down. And that's going to be 3 for Justice. That's going to give him another 3 on the night. And it's going to expand him out to 16 points on the evening. Still leading scorer for the Wildcats. Harrelson finds 23. That's a Swindle on the outside. He kicks it out to Potts. Potts with a 3-point shot. And Potts is going to answer. Cutter Potts with his next 3-pointer on the night. So we're back to a 2-point game, 34-32. We're down to 6 minutes here to play in the third quarter. Davis brings the ball up. He gives the ball up to Skelton. Back over to Shamer, who gives it back to Davis. Davis tries to throw it inside to Shamer, but it bounces off of a couple of Panther defenders and then goes out of bounds. So it's going to be Wildcat ball down at the baseline. Davis is going to take the ball out for the Wildcats. He's going to try to get the ball in. He's looking for somebody to feed it to. He finds Skelton right under the basket, and Skelton goes up strong, and he's going to knock down that 2-point shot. So it's going to give him 10 points on the night as the Cats stretch their lead back out to 4. The Panthers bring the ball back up the floor. Kicks the ball over to Easton. Easton finds Harrelson under the basket. And Harrelson, that's one of the craziest shots I've ever seen. He just threw the ball up over his head. And they're going to say that Robertson pushed him from behind. So now Robertson's going to pick him up his first foul on the evening. That's going to be 2 fouls against Robertson tonight. Against the Wildcats here in the third quarter. Robertson's first foul of the night. James Harrelson goes to the line, and he's going to knock down the first shot there. And now we're going to have a couple of substitutions coming in for both teams. The Panthers getting a substitution in. Harrelson at the line for his second shot. He's going to put up that second shot. It's going to bounce off the front and back of the iron and out. Shamer gets the rebound, and he's going to bring it back out, give it to Davis. Davis is going to bring it back up the floor for the Wildcats. And so the Wildcats look like they're getting set here again playing a man-to-man defense for the Panthers. He gets the ball over to Bell at the top. Bell puts up another three-point shot, and he gets knocked to the floor. I'm not sure how they didn't call that. But the ball goes out of bounds off of the Wildcats, and so the ball is going to go back over to the Panthers. We got a 3-point game here with about 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Lunsfield with the ball. He gives the ball to Swindle, and he gets it back inside to Lunsfield, who gets the shot up. The shot gets blocked, and then Harrelson gets the ball back and brings it back inside for another 2 points. And so now the lead cut to 1. Wildcats still clinging to a 1-point advantage. Davis with the ball. He gives it to Justice Bell. Bell brings it out to the free throw line, and he goes up and shoots the ball. The ball rebounded by number 23. That's Camden Swindle with the rebound. But then the confusion there underneath. Looks like we've got possession there by the Panthers, and they're going to get the timeout. So they're going to get a 30-second timeout. We're going to take that with you. We'll be back here in just a few moments for more third quarter action.
Thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
Wildcat fans, we're back here in Riverside High School. Wayne County's boys leading 36-35 against Decatur County's Panthers. The Panthers have possession here coming out of that 30-second timeout, their second timeout of the game. So Wildcats have all 5 of their timeouts remaining. They get the ball into Potts. Potts back out to Harrelson. Harrelson on the outside. He gets the ball over to Lunsfield, who's going to take a couple shots. He throws it across. Justice Bell with the steal, and he's going to bring it back in transition all the way, kissing it off the glass, dropping it in for a 2-point basket. That's going to extend the lead back out to 3 for the Wildcats. Potts brings the ball back up the floor for the Panthers. We got 4 minutes to play. Time half gone here in the third quarter of action. Harrelson with the ball on the outside. He throws up a shot, comes up short, misses. And the Easton trying to save it for the Panthers. He brings it back in, right back to Cooper Schaefer. And Shamer is going to get the ball to drop on that 2-point on the other end. And the basket's going to count with a +1 as they're going to call the foul on Lunsford. Lunsford's going to pick up his first foul of the evening. Actually, they're going to say that when it gets Potts. Cutter Potts going to pick up his first foul of the evening. And so that's going to send Cooper Shamer to the line for a +1 as the basket does count. 40-35 is the score. Shamer at the line. He puts up the free throw shot, and the free throw misses. But Skelton with the rebound, he goes back up strong with the rebound, tries to get it, and doesn't get it to fall. The ball comes loose. They say it comes off of a Wayne County defender. And now Wayne County looks like they're going to set up maybe in a little bit of a full court press, trying to get some pressure on the Panthers. And now they're going to back out and go back into a half-court zone situation. Potts brings the ball down, and he converts the basket on the other end. So we're back to a 3-point game with 3.5 to play here in the third quarter. Davis with the ball. He brings it back up the floor for the Wildcats. He passes the ball over to Robertson right at the top of the arch. Back to Bell. Bell inside to Sailor Skelton. Skelton throws up the shot. Not able to get that one to drop, and so the rebound goes to the Panthers. Decatur County brings the ball back up the floor. Harrelson with the ball, and they're going to get a reaching foul against the Wildcats. That's going to be their third foul here of the third quarter. They're going to call that on Will Robertson. That's going to be his second foul of the evening. So Robertson with 2 fouls, Davis with 2 fouls, Justice Bell with 2 fouls situation for the Wildcats. And now we're going to get a charge against James Harrelson. So Harrelson's going to pick up his second foul of the evening. And more importantly, that's going to give possession back to the Wildcats. 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter of action. Wildcats lead by 3. Logan Davis brings the ball up the floor for the Wildcats. The Panthers are set up in a man-to-man defense. Stramer got out and tried to set the pick. They got the ball over to Justice Bell, who Justice was hot for a little bit, but here these last couple shots, He can't seem to get anything to fall. And the rebound goes to Decatur County. The Panthers bring the ball back up the floor. Harrelson with the ball inside. He's trying to get it around to Swindle. Swindle gets the ball, goes to shot, misses. Davis brings the ball back up the floor. He's bringing it back. He's going to take it all the way. Davis is going to bring it back and convert the two-point basket on the other end. So that's going to extend the lead back out to 5 points for the Wildcats. Now Potts brings the ball back up the floor. He's going to give it up to Harrelson for Decatur County. He's going to give the ball up to Eason. Eason's going to take it inside, and Eason able to just drop it inside. That's about as easy as you can make it right there. So we're back to a 3-point game with 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Wildcats bring the ball up. Davis with the ball. He's going to give it up to Skelton at the top. Skelton's going to have the ball out there. Robertson's going to give it back to Skelton, who's going to take the three. Going to be a little strong. Potts on the rebound for the Panthers, and he's going to bring it back up the floor. We're inside of 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Wayne County with a 3-point advantage. Eason with a 2-point shot doesn't go, and now the Panthers able to get the rebound. The basket for Easton is going to be good. They're going to say the basket is good, and then they're going to call Cooper Shamer with a foul. So that's going to send Easton to the line for a +1, as Shamer is going to pick up his first foul of the game. Easton has an opportunity to tie the game here, which he does, and so now we are all knotted up at 42 apiece. A minute and a half left to play here in the third quarter. Davis brings the ball up for the Wildcats. Tries to get the offense set up. Skelton has the ball out on the elbow. He brings the back over to Shamer. Shamer back over to Robertson. He kicks it back inside to Skelton, who's immediately double teamed. Robertson gets the ball back out on the elbow. He throws up a three-pointer. And they're going to say now Davis on the defense trying to go up for the rebound. They're going to say that he pushed off. And so that's going to give Davis his third foul of the evening. More importantly, that's going to put the Wildcats in the bonus here with a minute left to play here in the third quarter. So rather the Panthers are going to be in the bonus as the Wildcats have 5 fouls. So Potts is going to go to the line for 2 shots. His first shot is going to fall. And that's going to put Decatur County back in front. Second shot comes up short, rattles off the rim, and comes back down. So a 1-point advantage for the Panthers as the Wildcats now with a minute to play here in the third quarter trail 43-42. Davis with the ball. He's got to be very careful now playing with 3 fouls on the night. And we've got a loose ball foul on the floor. They're going to say a push foul against number 12. That's going to be London Vaughn. Picking up his first foul of the evening for the Panthers. And now the Panthers have got 3 fouls here in the third quarter. Ball in. And what is the call here? They're going to say that Logan Davis set an illegal screen there on that inbound play. That's going to pick up his 4th foul, and that's going to turn the ball over to the Panthers, and that's going to set Logan down. Coming into the game for the Wildcats is going to be number 33, freshman Case Butler. Potts has the ball for the Panthers. He's going to take it around. He's going to drive it inside, kick it out to Eason. We've got 40 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Wildcats trail by 1 point. Harrelson gets the ball inside to Swindle. Swindle's going to get the ball in, and he is going to get a charge on that end of the court as Sailor Skelton was in great position, got his feet set, and 23 Swindle is going to get hit with that charge. That's going to turn the ball over. 34.6 seconds left to play here in the third quarter of action. And so now the Wildcats are going to have possession. Now the coach for Riverside getting a little jolly with the official. I think he doesn't think that was a great call, but it looked pretty good from where I was sitting. It looked to me like Skelton got his feet set perfectly and really did a good job of getting set, not moving his feet, letting the aggression come to him, and taking that charge to force that turnover and give the possession back to the Wildcats. So now 34.6 seconds left to play. We're trying to get the floor kind of cleaned up a little bit, get that sweat off the floor from where Skelton was knocked to the ground on that charge. And now Cooper Shamer going to bring the ball up and run the point for the Wildcats with Davis on the floor, on the bench rather, with 4 fouls on the night. Shamer trying to get things set up. And we've got a timeout by Wayne County. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout as Wayne County is going to take their first timeout of the game. So with 21.9 seconds left to play here in the third quarter, Wildcats trail 42-43, and we'll be back with more third quarter action right here after a few words from our sponsors.
Rest of the game.
All right, Wildcat fans, we are back after that 30-second timeout. 21.9 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Wildcats trail 43-42. The Panthers have pretty much controlled this quarter as they've made up a 4-point deficit, brought back to a 1-point lead. Shamer with the ball. Wildcats look like they're going to try to run this clock down and get the last shot of the quarter. They get the ball inside to Sadler Skelton, and Skelton kissing it off the glass for that 2-point. Good steal by Robertson, and Robertson gets the basket right there at the end of the quarter. That should count. He got that off. We're going to wait and see. They're going to confer. They're going to confer here. We're going to take a look and see what they say. It looks to me like he got possession and got it off, and they are going to say that the basket was good. So a great couple of possessions right there for the Wildcats at the end of the third quarter. They now take the lead 46-43 going into the fourth quarter of action. We'll be back with that fourth quarter right here after a few words from our sponsors on WCHS Sports. All right, WCHS Sports fans, we are back. Wildcats coming out of the start of the fourth quarter, the possession arrow. I think there was some confusion there on the floor about who was supposed to start with the ball, but the Wildcats have the ball. The ball goes to Justice Bell. He gets the ball inside to Sadler Skelton. He kicks it back out to Justice on the wing, back inside to Skelton, who's immediately double-teamed. He finds Shamer on the elbow. Shamer with a three-point shot, and he's going to knock down that three. That's going to extend the lead to the Wildcats, 49-43. We're back out to a 6-point advantage. The Wildcats had about as good of a end of the third quarter as you could have. And we've got now, looks like a call on the floor. Let's see who they're going to call that. They're going to call that on Cooper Shamer. That's going to be his second foul of the game. First foul here of the fourth quarter as the fouls did reset. I'm not sure you can get a foul once the guy on the other side has traveled, but they didn't see that apparently. And so the ball going in bounds to Harrelson, and as Harrelson gets his hand on the ball, he's immediately fouled by Will Robertson. Robertson picking up his third foul of the game, second foul here of the fourth quarter. 7:27 left to play here in the fourth quarter of action. Wildcats lead 49-43 with a 6-point advantage. Swindle with the shot inside, and he's not going to get it off. Cooper Shamer with the ball. He's bringing it back up the other end, and they're going to call him with the charge. No shot, no basket. They're going to say he committed a charge on the other end, and so Cooper now picking up his third foul of the game here. More importantly, that's 3 fouls early in the quarter. We haven't even gotten a full minute into the fourth quarter yet, and the Wildcats already have 3 fouls against them. Remember, with the new foul rules, the fouls reset at the beginning of each quarter, and if the Wildcats get to 5 fouls, then that's going to be putting Decatur County in the bonus. 3-point shot for Timothy Harrelson is going to bring the game back to a 3-point game, and we can't afford to get in foul trouble here in the fourth quarter, John. And we're getting foul trouble, then that puts them in the driver's seat to be able to get free shots. Shot off by the Wildcats. Shamer with the shot from 3-point land, but it's not going to fall. And so the Panthers bringing the ball out with possession. They're bringing it back up the floor. We've got 6.5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. We've got a 3-point game. Wildcats leading. The Panthers driving the ball inside. They're going to take the shot, but then they're going to say that there's a foul committed on the other end. We'll see who they call here. They're calling Case Butler with his second foul of the game, but more importantly, that's his 4th foul for the Wildcats here in the fourth quarter. And since that is the shooting foul, basically from here on out for the remainder of the game, the Panthers are going to be shooting. So that's going to send James Harrelson to the line. He knocks down his first shot from the free throw line, and then he makes the second one as well. 49-48, the game, the score here. Logan Davis checking back into the game for the Wildcats with 6:32 left to play. Logan coming back into the game with 4 fouls. He's going to have to be very careful here. He wants to play. I know he wants to play aggressive, but he's going to have to be smart and try not to get another foul that's going to get him out of the game. He kicks the ball over to Justice Bell on the elbow. Bell knocks down the 3. It rattles off of the iron, but then bounces up and goes in. And so that's going to give the Wildcats a little bit of breathing room as that extends the game back out to a 4-point lead. Harrelson with the ball on the outside. He kicks it over to Potts. Potts putting his shoulder down, trying to take it in. They gets the ball back out to Harrelson. Harrelson throws up the shot, but they're going to say no shot as Harrelson commits the walk, and that's going to turn the ball over on the other end, give possession back to the Wildcats. 6 minutes, 2 seconds left to play here in the ball game. Davis brings the ball up the court for the Wildcats with a 4-point advantage and an opportunity here to extend that lead. He finds Taylor Skelton on the elbow over there, kicks it back out to Cooper Shamer. Shamer finds Robinson, who pass defeated inside to Skelton, and it just not a great pass, led him a little bit too far, and it bounces off Skelton's hands and goes out of bounds, and now the Panthers are going to take over possession. We're inside of 6 minutes to play here in the game. 5 minutes, 37 seconds. 4-point game. Harrelson with a turnaround shot, and that's going to knock down. That's going to bring it back to a 2-point game. Wildcats lead by 2 with 5.5 to play. Harrelson is getting warmed up there. That's Timothy Harrelson, one of the Harrelson brothers. He's knocking down shots all over the place now, so the Wildcats got to be careful not to just let him go free. Justice Bell tries to force one, but his shot is blocked, and now Potts has the ball for the Panthers. He brings it back up the floor, gets the ball over to Swindle. Swindle's got the ball. He kicks it back out to Timothy Harrelson. Harrelson shoots from deep 3-point range. Skelton bringing down the rebound, and it's Skelton against Harrelson one-on-one. Let's see what we get. He throws up the shot. They're going to wave it off and say that Harrelson drew the charge, and that's going to give Saylor Skelton his first foul of the game. But more importantly, that's going to put possession back in hands of the Panthers. Panthers bring the ball back up. The Wildcats now in 5-foul territory, and the Panthers no fouls so far here in the fourth quarter. So the Panthers are going to be in the bonus, shooting the rest of the way. Robertson with a great defensive play. He gets a steal, brings it back up the floor. He's going to kiss it off the glass for that 2-point shot, and he's going to draw the foul from Timothy Harrelson as well. That's going to give him the and one, and so that's going to send Robertson to the line. 54-50 advantage for the Wildcats, and he's going to have a chance to expand the lead. But the Wildcats, in the meantime, are going to take a timeout. And so with 4:35 left to play here in the game, Wildcats lead 54-50. We're going to take a full timeout. We'll be back with the more fourth quarter action right here on WCHS Sports. Welcome back, Wildcat fans. We're back here coming out of that full timeout. Wildcats lead 54-50. Right before we went to that break, Will Robertson took a steal, brought it all the way back down the floor, kissed it off the glass for 2, and he got fouled on the shot as well. So he's going to the line to try to convert a 3-point play for the Wildcats. Robertson throws up his shot. It goes off the back of the iron. So now the Wildcats with a 4-point advantage still, and the Panthers bring the ball back up the floor. James Harrelson with the ball, and he's going to get the ball over to Swindle. Swindle's going to get the ball out to Timothy Harrelson. And Harrelson's going to have the ball. He's going to dribble out in front. Wildcats setting up in a 2-3 zone, trying to play zone defense to try to make sure they get somebody on somebody at all times. The ball goes inside to Swindle. Swindle with a turnaround jumper right there from the free throw line, and that's going to knock down a 2-pointer for him. So that's going to cut the lead back down to 2 points. We got a 2-point game here. 4 minutes to play in the game. Wildcats lead 54-52. Davis has the ball on the elbow. He's going to kick the ball back at the Bell at the top. Bell with a 3-pointer, and Bell is going to knock down his 6th 3-point shot of the night. Bell having a game here with 21 points so far on the evening, and the Wildcats extend their lead out to a 5-point lead. Potts has the ball for the Panthers on the other end of the court. He kicks the ball back over to Harrelson. Harrelson swings the ball around. He brings it around. He's going to try to drive it inside, and he puts up a shot. The shot does not go. And now they're tipping, and they're trying to tip. And Cooper Shamer gets the ball back for the Wildcats. Great save as that ball was going to go out of bounds off the Wildcats. Shamer got his hands on it, got back inside to Bell. Bell gave it back to Shamer. He's got it back to Davis. Davis is now setting up the offense. He drives the lane. He's going to drive it inside. And they are going to say that he committed a charge on that play. That's going to be Logan Davis's 5th foul. That's going to get him out of the game, and the Wildcat faithful are letting the officials hear it. That looked like a very clean run to me. I don't know that there should have been a foul called at all in that situation. I'm not going to sit here and say it should have gone against Decatur County either, but I think that was about as clean a shot as you can get, and Logan just gets comes up short on a bad call. Is really what it boils down to. So that takes 2 points off the board for the Wildcats. Logan Davis is out of the game. And so now Case Butler comes back in for the Wildcats. Panthers have the ball on their end of the floor. The Wildcats in a 2-3 zone defensively. Ball out to Potts on the wing. He kicks it back to Harrelson on the elbow. He's going to take the 3-point shot, and he's going to throw it up and miss it. Cooper Shamer gets the rebound. Now with 2.5 minutes to play, Wildcats lead is still 5. And we're inside of 3 minutes. We've got 2.5 to play here in the 4th quarter of action. Sailor Skelton with the ball. He's going to get the ball out to Case Butler, back over to Shamer. Shamer is going to try to get the ball inside to Skelton. Skelton trying to fight for position. He's going to get in there, and he's going to lay down the shot. Eason down on the floor for the Panthers with 2:15 to play. We've got a 7-point game. But more importantly, we've got a Panther down. He's coming up. He's walking kind of gingerly there. I think it looks like he might be okay. I think they might need to get him out of the game and get him checked out.
He left the game earlier and went into the locker room when he came out during the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, I noticed that too. So now we are down to 2:15 to play in this game. Wildcats lead is now 7. It is 59-52. Panthers have the ball. The Wildcats are going to have to be very smart here defensively. They're still set up in that 2-3 zone, but we got to make sure that we don't commit any more fouls. Any fouls that we commit at this point is going to send the Panthers to the line. Now the Panthers are going to take a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. And so we're going to be back after that timeout for the conclusion of the game here on WCHS Sports. All right, Wildcat fans, we're back. 2:08 to play here in the contest. Wildcats lead 59-52. The Panthers coming out of that full timeout have possession. Harrelson gets the ball from Potts. He's going to get it to his brother, James Harrelson, on the wing. He's going to throw up a three-point shot, and it's going to come down short. And so now the Wildcats get the rebound. Harrelson playing defense on Justice Bell. I believe that should have been a foul. But Bell brings it back down. He shoots the ball from the free throw line, knocks that ball down, and then he gets Harrelson is going to hit him with a foul on the other end as well. So that's going to send him to the line to convert a three-point play. If he's able to convert this here, it's going to open up a 10-point advantage for the Wildcats. Bell misses that three-point play, and so now a 9-point lead for the Wildcats. 2 fouls on the floor for the Panthers, 5 fouls for the Wildcats. The Panthers are in the bonus, so the Wildcats defensively have to play smart here. Can't give up a foul at this point, but they are playing with a 9-point advantage, and there's that blocking foul on the other end of the floor. Let's see who they're going to call it on. I believe it's going to go against Robertson. No, they called it on Skelton. So Skelton picking up his third foul of the night, second foul. And so that's going to send Swindle to the line, and he's going to knock down that first free throw. This is not the kind of this is what you don't want in this kind of a game. You got a game that's going kind of back and forth. You don't want them to be able to score without the clock running. Now Bell gets the clear out there as he misses the second free throw. So we got an 8-point game here inside of a minute and a half to play. Bell has possession. He's trying to drive it out. He kicks it into Butler. Butler kicks it back out to Cooper Shamer. Shamer's got the ball. He gives it up to Robertson, and Robertson going to get fouled by Potts. And so Potts is going to pick up his second foul of the game, third foul of the quarter for the Panthers, and that's going to maintain possession for the Wildcats. We got a minute 16 to play here in the contest. Wildcats leading to an 8-point advantage. Shamer takes the inbound, and he's going to have to bring it back up and get across the timeline. And now Timothy Harrelson is going to foul him, and so that's going to stop the clock with a minute 14 to play. That's his second foul of the night. And with a minute 14 to play, Decatur County is going to take their fourth timeout. This is going to be a 30-second timeout. We're going to take it with them and be back for the conclusion of this game right here on WCHS Sports.
The game.
All right, Wildcat fans, we're back here for the conclusion of this game. We got a minute 14 to play here in the fourth quarter of action here on WCHS Sports. The Wildcats lead the Panthers 61-53. Robertson gets the ball into Shamer, and Shamer is immediately fouled by Timothy Harrelson. That's Harrelson's third foul, but more importantly, that's going to put the Wildcats back into the bonus. And so now, with a minute 13 to play, both teams are going to be shooting two on any foul for the remainder of the contest. This is where your work and practice in the gym when nobody else is around and you're hitting those free throws is going to come into play because we got to get these free throws and close this game out. Shamer makes 1 of 2, and so that's going to extend the lead for the Wildcats back out to 9. Panthers bring the ball back up the floor. Harrelson with the ball in his hand. He's going to take a deep shot from 3, and it's going to be strong off the back of the iron. The ball goes to the ground, and it looks like there's going to be a jump ball. And with that jump ball, the possession is going to go back to the Panthers. So Panthers are going to retain possession down on their own end of the floor. Potts is going to take the ball out there at the baseline. He's going to get the ball inbounds to try to anyway. Ball coming inside to into Harrelson. Harrelson with the ball out there on the elbow. He's trying to drive it inside. Well defended. He gets it to his brother James from a three-point shot, and that ball rattles off the iron. But Eason there for the rebound and the putback, and he also is going to get hit with a foul. They're going to call that one on Case Butler, his third foul of the evening. And so Eason with the 2 points there, plus he's going to get the 3-point play opportunity. We're at 52 seconds to play here in the game, but Eason able to convert that 3-point play. So now we've got a 6-point advantage for the Wildcats. Cooper Shamer bringing the ball back in zones, and he gets the ball up the floor. 3 seconds come off the clock before he is fouled by Eason. Camden Eason getting the foul there, and that's going to send Shamer to the line. Eason with his second foul of the evening. Shamer knocks down the front end. And he makes his second. So the Wildcats able to knock down both of those shots. And now we're going to have a timeout taken by the Wildcats with 49.5 seconds left to play here in the game. And this is going to be a full timeout that the Wildcats are going to take. We're going to take it with them, and we'll be back with you here for the final part of the game here on WCHS Sports. Wildcat fans, we are back here. 49.5 seconds left to play here in this contest. Wildcats lead 64-56. Panthers bringing the ball inbounds, and they're going to bring the ball quickly up the floor. Harrelson gets the ball over to his brother, and looks to me like he took a little too many steps there. He gets the ball back over to his brother, James Harrelson. Harrelson knocked down a three-pointer. That's going to cut the game down to a 5-point lead. Wildcats get the ball into Justice Bell. Bell is fouled immediately by number 15. That's James Harrelson. That's his fourth foul. And so Harrelson, that should be his fourth. I don't know why they're saying it's his second. But Bell now going to the line, and he's going to shoot two for the Wildcats. We got a 5-point advantage. Desperately need these free throws if you're going to have a chance to close this game out. Bell's first one goes in. And the second one is good. That's going to give Justice 28 points on the night. Ball goes outside the pits on the Panthers' possession under the floor, and he knocks down the shot, but I believe that one right there should have been a flagrant foul, and I'm not sure why you didn't call that one. That one should have been a flagrant call on the other end of the floor. But that's going to send Cooper to the line with 20.9 seconds left. We've got a 4-point game here. And Cooper knocks down the front end of his two shots. That's going to extend the lead back out to 5. And he knocks down the second. That's going to make the lead once again 6 points for the Wildcats. 19.8 seconds, 17 seconds left to play. The Panthers shoot a three-pointer. That one is deflected and broke a block. And now Shamer comes out with the ball. They're clearing out. It doesn't look like they're going to foul him. He's going to take it in, and he's going to kiss it off the glass. And that's going to extend it out to a 70-62 advantage. The Wildcats are going to walk away with a win here tonight against the Riverside Panthers. Final score in this contest, Wildcats 70, Panthers 62. We'll be back with final score stats right here after a few words from our sponsors.
Take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
All right, Wildcat fans, we're back here on WCHS Sports. The Wildcats winning both of these games tonight. For the Lady Cats, extending to their season to 3-0. The Wildcats winning tonight to go to 2-1 on the season. Final score 70-62 in the Wildcats game. Justice Bell, the leading scorer for the Wildcats. He had 27 on the night, followed by Cooper Shamer, who had 20. Taylor Skelton put up 14 for the Wildcats. Logan Davis and Will Robertson each had 4 points on the evening as well. For the Panthers of Decatur County, James Harrelson, leading scorer with 21 points, followed by number 11, Cutter Potts, who had 15 on the night. Number 22, Easton, had 12. Timothy Harrelson had 7. And Camden Swindle finished the night with 5 points on the evening. So tonight, the Wildcats take care of both of these games. Lady Cats win by a score of 69-36. Wildcats win 70-62. Wildcats will be back in action this coming Tuesday night, a week from tonight, in Summertown, as the Lady Cats and the Wildcats go to Summertown to take on the Lady Eagles and the Eagles at Summertown High School. That tip-off will begin at 6 o'clock, and as always, we will have that action right here for you on WCHS Sports. We hope we'll join you here for those contests as well. For all of us here at WCHS Sports, my name is Jacob Kitchens. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Wish you well tonight as we go home with 2 Wildcat wins here from Decatur County. We'll see you next Tuesday in Summertown.